All right, just got out of the shower, so beard is still a little wetter than I'd like. Once I come through though, a lot of that water will come out. But this is kind of what my beard looks like fresh out of the shower, washed, conditioned. And we are gonna go with Big Sexy, the girl next door. Because who doesn't like the girl next door sitting on your face? So I start off with my Chicago Combs number 8, just to make sure that there's no tangles. And then I can come in with my Chicago Comb number 6. And same thing, use the bigger side first. But beard is nice and soft after washing it. All right, and so it's damp still. Throw in the oil. Start off with a full dropper's worth. Such a good smell. So all the way down to the skin, and then all the way out to the ends of the hair. And that took all the oil, so I'm actually gonna add a little bit more. So I run my beard a little on the oily side, and I have very porous hairs. They need a lot of hydration. That's the mistake I made the first 2 times that I grew a beard, is that I thought I was using too much oil because I was using like half a drop. I was like, oh, you know, I see all these other people using full droppers on big beards. And I was like, so maybe a quarter of a dropper, half a dropper. You have to find out the limits of your beard, right? So I always say go more than less, and then work your way down to find where you like your beard to be. But don't go off of what other people use, because the porosity of other people's hair, like the amount that each person's hair can absorb and skin can absorb, is not the same. Even if you have similar beard types to somebody else, you have to take what other people use and then use that as a guideline to find the limits of your beard. So if you have a dry beard and you're like, I don't know, I'm using a bunch of oil, use more. Nah, that's fine, because I'm gonna put butter in too. But I could probably do another half dropper. The other thing is, I only wash my beard like once a week, maybe twice a week. I rinse it, but I don't put beard wash in my beard every day. For me, that's too much because my beard needs more oil, and I'm stripping too much. Even with a beard wash, I'm stripping too much. But my hands are, for the most part, they have a little bit of residue, but they're not like super oily still. So yeah, so I can't wash my beard every day and still have the softness that I want, and hydration wise that I want. So yeah, I run and I work out and I sweat, but I take a shower and I rinse my beard through. That gets any food particles and drink particles and any dirt and debris from just being out in the area, that gets that out of my beard, without feeling like I'm over drying out my beard. The first 2 times I grew a beard, I was washing my beard either every day or every other day. And again, I was just going off of, what other people did, and it was just too much for my beard. So don't feel like you have to wash your beard every day. You don't have to wash it every day. Can you wash it every day with a gentle daily wash? Absolutely. If that's too much for your beard, back it off. Go every other day. If that's too much for your beard, every 3rd day. and find what works for you. I found it works for me no more than twice a week, typically once a week, wash my beard and condition it. And I don't even strip, like I don't use a stripping wash. I don't know the last time I used a stripping wash on my beard. So I just use Gentle Daily. A stripping wash is just it's too harsh for my beard. Like I said, my beard needs a lot of oil to stay soft, or it feels dry and brittle. It doesn't get itchy, it's just the feeling of my beard just isn't what I want. So yeah, just find what works for you. Whipped butter. If you haven't tried a whipped butter, super soft. My skin can take a lot of oil. I don't get, I don't seem to get pimples or anything, so I don't like massage it too far into the skin like I do in oil, but I do get it all the way down to the skin. Again, that's something that you have to find what works for your beard. Like if you have very sensitive skin and you are very prone to clogging pores, then you want to be much more gentle and careful with getting it all the way down. I don't have that problem, and so I can get it all the way down to the skin. Again, what works for somebody else might not work for you, but you only know what doesn't work for you by going farther than you think you should, or more than you think you should. This stuff feels so good, and the smell, phenomenal. But we were right at a week, I think. I think I washed my beard last Friday, and I did quite a few runs this week. So it was time to wash. Really want to make sure, especially with the butter, that you're getting the ends, right? Those are, right, my beard's, I don't know, I think 4.5 months, give or take, 4.5 months old. So these hairs, these longer hairs, are 4.5 months old. So the ends need the most attention. So, I mean, I feel like I've got a pretty dense beard. So again, that's another reason why I feel like I've got to use as much product as I do. And that's it. That's how we're gonna leave it for the evening. So if you have any questions, reach out. I'm more than happy to kind of explain more of what I do, what works for me, why I do what I do for my beard, and help people through a process that works for them. Like I said, I've cut my beard off twice now, one after 10 months and one after a year, because it was just too much to maintain, and it was too much to maintain because I just didn't understand, and it took a year and some change of just rocking a handlebar mustache for me to really learn more about what my facial hair can handle. So push the boundaries with products, and see, right? It's easy to back off, right? Your beard's not going to feel overly dry by using too much products. It might feel oily or greasy, but it's not going to feel overly dry by using too much products, versus not using enough. Then your beard will feel dry, damaged, brittle, bird's nest, like straw, hay. So just to find what works for you. So have a great evening.